Hello everybody, Low2 for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. Oh boy, live services have been completely overtaking the video game industry, it seems like. It's something that I really can't get behind. I've tried to get in a few, but the idea behind a live service and just how much time they take up, and also the fact that they just are consistently of poor quality, has been just absurd. And yet these companies keep thinking that they're the next step in video game evolution, or whatever you want to say. It's really concerning that that's all that really game companies, the AAA ones at least, really want to focus on nowadays. So Anthem just came out, and I won't lie, a part of me was really interested in Anthem. When I first saw that reveal trailer of it, I thought, holy crap, that looks like the coolest game ever. It looked so cool, and I was like, if this is even remotely similar to how it actually plays, and it's not just some how do I put it, like cinematic theater, where it's not just completely fake and basically pulling in aliens, colonial marines on us. It would have been so cool. And for the most part, from what I've seen and everything, it is cool. It is exactly basically what we wanted from the original trailers. Granted, from what I've heard, some things regarding the story sections have been changed from how they looked in the original trailer. But however, the overall gameplay is indeed the exact same thing we got, which is really cool. And the game looks fun at times, but the issue is that it's unpolished. It has a crap ton of issues, and there's reports that if you have the PS4 version, that if it does a certain hard crash, your PS4 can break entirely. It will be bricked. That is terrifying. Okay, I have zero interest in getting this game until it's been bug fixed and everything, and even then, I don't know if I want to support it because EA, I believe it's EA, they're a terrible company. BioWare used to be the pinnacle of RPGs. I still remember playing through Dragon Age Origins the first time and how much that game blew me away. And Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is one of my most favorite games ever. So the fact that see them coming down this far is crazy. And then looking at other live service games, Destiny and Destiny 2, those games are just honestly boring. They really are. There's not much really to do in them other than shoot and loot, and I get that that's the whole point and everything, but the games feel like they are as wide as an ocean yet deep as a puddle to me. And I feel like that's the very reason why companies are moving towards these. Why would you want to make a story-driven game that a player can only play through once and get the full experience of? And yet you could make a game that people can play for hundreds of hours on repeat and just constantly be able to play and go back to spend microtransaction money and make crap tons of money off of one game. For a business prospect, it makes sense why companies would want to move towards these, and that is really not good. Now, granted, I feel like that there have been two cases of a live service being really good, in my opinion. Keep in mind, I've never played Fortnite, and I have no interest in playing Fortnite, but however, the two instances of live services that I've personally experienced that I think are really good is Warframe. Warframe is really good. It's a really fun game. I really can't get into it very much because, honestly, I just get bored of it after about an hour of playing, but it is a really fun game. And then there's Monster Hunter World, which I know there's a bit of debate as to whether or not it is a live service or not, but however, it's got a lot of the same aesthetic to a live service, and Capcom's been kind of treating it like one with constant support for the past year or so, and heck, we're going to get the first major expansion later this year, can't wait. And, the game, maybe it's just because I am a stupid big fan of Monster Hunter. Heck, I've put almost 800 hours into Freedom Unite and about at least 100 to 200 hours in every other game so far. I love Monster Hunter a bit too much. So It might just be my bias talking, but World is a darn good game, and while it does have its issues, especially coming from a veteran of Monster Hunter, it has some of its issues, and I feel like it's lost some of its classical charm. But however, overall, it's a darn good game with amazing gameplay, amazing graphics, just absolutely fun to play, and even better yet, it's not bogged down by abhorrent microtransactions, which is just absolutely great. And that's really the big thing that I really don't like about these live services is you're not getting a full game. You're getting like a base game, and then yeah, you'll get stuff later on, but you gotta they mainly focus on the microtransactions, you know. Heck, look at Fallout 76 as like the epitome of how not to do games in general, but live services as well. You know, the game came out to just poor reviews. It's complete and total garbage. The game plays like crap. It's got so many bugs, so many issues, so many glitches, and also on top of all that, yet Bethesda's trying to freaking riddle it with microtransactions for a game that's really not even finished. Fallout 76 should have been in the oven for another 2 years to a year a year at the very least, considering it's the state it is in. Honestly, I prefer 2 years so they could actually get some MDCs in there, but I digress. So, yeah, it's just something that really, really bugs me. And the way that the game industry is moving more and more towards these, and it's just oversaturating with these live service-esque games, I feel like that the games industry is on the verge of collapse at this point. You know, there are more and more things that are competing for our time. You know, I'm a college student, okay, and I am also working. I don't have time to sit down and play a game for 3 to 4 hours a day. I barely get to play any games anymore. That's one of the reasons why I've mostly stopped doing Let's Plays on this channel, because the only time I really get to play video games is at night, when I can't really make a lot of noise talking and stuff. So, a game that's like competing for my attention, and then you got like, oh, these games and these games, and then I got this huge backlog of games. I'm not going to get to really play very many games until I'm done with school, and that's not going to be at least for another year at the minimum, until next spring. And God, so, and I know I'm not the only one who has that issue. Heck, even without school as a factor, you know, people have work, people have kids, people have things that they need to do. People have other hobbies. You know, I like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I like to play. I like to read books. I like to watch anime. I like to be able to do other things. I can't just be playing video games all the time during my free time. So it's really a situation of where you have all these different games that need a lot of attention and need a lot of time, and people just don't have that time. You know, it reminds me a lot of MMOs, and why MMOs have been a struggling concept in recent years, because people don't have the time to sit down and grind for like 30 hours a day, or sorry, not 30 hours a day, but well, I don't know, some hardcore MMO players probably do play 30 hours a day, but you know, people don't have time to sit down and play 10 hours a day, or sit down for 5 hours a day to grind games, and it's just really concerning. Well, I've ranted, rambled. This has been my rambling video. I don't know. I want to call this like rambling or ranting or something, but I don't know. Just kind of getting my thoughts out there on the topic. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I'm trying to mix it up so it's not just Subnautica all the time. Recently got Senran Kagura, Peach Beach Splash. I've tried to get into Senran Kagura a bunch of times. The main game series I just find really boring and repetitive, but Peach Beach Splash is fun as heck. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's because it's a third-person shooter instead of a beat-em-up, but the game is fun. It's really ridiculous and over the top, and very much one of those turn off your brain games. So hope you guys been enjoying the gameplay in the background. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and see y'all later. Peace out. Goodbye.